Welcome to your Vinyasa class. We'll start this practice laying down on your back. So just making sure you have all of your bits and pieces, blocks, yoga blocks if you have them, mat, straps, anything else that you think you might need. And then you can make your way down onto your back. Couple of options. You're welcome to just lay completely flat, so legs out long, arms beside you or on the belly. Or perhaps soles of feet together and knees out wide in a supine butterfly pose. Know, of course, if this gets a little intense at any time, just release it, take the legs long. Beginning to settle into your breath. Together, let's take a big breath in through the nose and release through the mouth. Another big breath in. This time out through the nose, long, slow exhale. And returning now to a more natural rhythm of breath in and out of your nose. Just attuning to your body, your space. Starting to get a little heavier against the earth. Narrowing your focus to land on your breath. It is okay if you feel like there's a bit of distraction going on in the mind, a bit of chatter there. And every time you notice those thoughts that might pull you away, simply let them go and just return to observation. Turn the awareness now to land specifically on the breath, with your internal gaze resting at your navel, your belly button. With every breath in, there's a gentle rise of the belly. And with every exhale, a fall back down towards the spine. We will begin our practice with a few rounds of Viloma Pranayam, which is an interrupted breath. We will break the inhale into 3 sections: the lower abdomen, ribs, and chest. I'll guide you through the first couple of rounds and then give you a little bit of time to continue on your own. So take your awareness towards your lower belly and just find a breath in, expanding the lower abdomen. And release. Then awareness into your ribs and find another breath in. And release. Then awareness up towards your chest below your collarbones and find a gentle lift of the chest with an inhale. And release. Let's tie these 3 sections together. So begin to inhale, now fill up the low belly. Pause and no exhale. Continue to breathe in now into your ribs. Pause again, and then continue once more into the chest. And then through your nose, a long, steady exhale all the way back to the bottom. And we begin again. Inhale, low belly. Continue into your ribs. Continue into your chest. And release. Inhale, low belly. Continue ribs. Continue chest. And release. Maybe 2 or 3 more rounds here on your own. Adjust the pace to suit the body. If you notice tension, you can perhaps take a break, find a couple of breaths. The intention is to start to loosen up the muscles that support us in respiration and push the breath a little deeper in the body out of the chest, and of course strengthen, deepen that connection, breath awareness. Let's finish the round that we're currently on and take just one more after that. And then meeting again. Deep breath in through your nose. Big sigh out of the mouth. Swallow, moisten your lips as you need. You might blink open your eyes. And if your knees are out wide, you can use your hands to slowly bring the knees in. Might feel a little sticky if you've been there the whole time. We will collect our thighs up into the chest and take a couple of rocks side to side. You can also hold your knees and draw some circles there, immobilizing the hip, going nice and slow as we start to reconnect here with the physical body. Hug the knees in nice and close when you're ready. Take a breath in, drop your knees over to your left. As you exhale, take the arms out into a T shape for a gentle twist. You can keep your neck at neutral or turn your head towards the right. Relax the chest and heavy the arms towards the ground. On your next breath in, come back up through center with your knees, and then exhale over to the other side. Find a full round of breath. And then coming back up through center. Take a few rock and rolls up and down the length of your spine, eventually coming all the way up and over to all fours. So a little cross of the shins, roll forward over your knees and walk your knees back under your hips. As you plant your palms into the ground, take your knees a little further back so you've got a longer tabletop, and bring your knees together. And then from there, start to draw big circles with your hips. You might start in a more symmetrical circle, and then after a few rounds, changing direction, and then perhaps moving in a more organic or non-linear, non-symmetrical way. You can close the eyes if that helps you just settle into your physical body. Not worrying about what it looks like, just being led by felt sensation. Last couple of breaths, looking for balance left to right side of the body. And moving your spine in all four directions, left, right, up and down. And then we'll come back and meet again in a neutral spine. Tuck your toes under behind you and slowly sit into a toe sit, so heels, sitting onto your heels. If this causes pain in your feet, untuck your toes at any time. Reach the arms out in front, squeeze your fists, and then start to flick water off your hands. So both of those movements are quite strong, and then pick up the pace as we pump heat through the forearm and the wrists and prepare our bodies for any weight bearing. You can take your arms up towards the sky for a little bit more. See if you can go a little faster without losing the power in each of those movements. Always a humbling practice for another 5. 3, breath in, and well done, release as you exhale. Give it a little shake out. And then bring your hands back down towards the mat and slowly untuck the toes. You can tap out the tops of your feet and then turn your fingers all the way back to your knees, thumbs facing out, and go for a few rocks forward and back. So you can lift the heels of your palms up. Now having a little stretch out there through the wrist, the forearm. If this feels a little too intense, try fingers to the outer edges of the mat and take a rock from left to right. Just 1-2 more breaths. And let it go. Fingers forward. You can do a final little swirl or shake of your wrists if it calls. and then spread those fingers nice and wide. Tuck your toes under again, find a breath in, and then hover your knees just off the mat as you exhale. Try and make your arms really long and broadening across the upper back and just looking to the top edge of the mat to keep your neck long. Knees are quite close, sides of the belly wrap in. Breathing lovingly, warmth through the core for 5. Stay with breath, embrace any little quivers. Last inhale, and then pop your knees down, exhale. Untuck the toes, looking down between your hands, extend your left leg back. An option to take your right arm forward as well. Okay, hold here as you breathe in, just stabilize. And exhale, elbow to knee or knee to nose if 2 hands are on the mat. Inhale, extend long. And exhale to curl in and round. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale to bring it in. Hold this one just a moment longer. And then inhale, extend long again. Option to stay and just practice your balance. Or bend your left knee heel to bum. Reach the right arm up and around looking for your foot or your ankle. And then something active with your foot as you gently kick into the hand, open up the chest. Find a connection there with the belly, draw it up slightly. Last full breath in. And full breath out. Release, reach forward, kick back, hold, breath in. And then release, hand, knee to mat, exhale. Straight to the other side, right leg back, and option left arm forward. Take a moment to calibrate. Breath in. Elbow to knee or knee to nose, exhale. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to draw it in. Inhale to extend. Exhale to pull it in. This time hold just a moment longer. And inhale again, get nice and long. Either hold here, practice your balance, or right knee bends, left arm reaches up and around to find the foot or ankle, something active with your foot and your toes. And then a little kick back. Find awareness through the belly. Gentle lift up as you peel open the chest. Last breath. And slowly release, but go long. So kick back, reach forward, inhale. And then land, hand, knee to mat, exhale. Take your knees wide. Big toes together, child's pose. Sink your hips towards your heels. Rest your forehead towards the mat. Start to dig your elbows down into the earth. Bring your hands into a prayer and either point your fingers up towards the sky or you can gently tuck them in behind your head and your neck. You might walk your elbows out a little bit further forward and let your chest melt down towards the ground in kind of a variation of puppy pose. Finding length there through your triceps. If you feel really sticky in the shoulders, try going a little bit wider with your elbows. Okay, another breath. And release your hands back towards the mat. Rise up through all fours, tuck your toes, breath in. Downward facing dog. Exhale, peel your sitting bones up and back. Have a little pedal. Lift and lower your heels a couple of times. You might stretch the tops of your feet, press into the tops of your toes, 1 foot at a time. And then come to land in stillness, wrapping your triceps to your thighs, softening your head between your upper arms, and leading with your tail up and back towards the sky. Bend the knees quite a lot. Start to walk your hands back to meet your feet through at the back of your mat and just dangle forwards. Take a few sways side to side, give the head a few nods, yes and no. An option to reach hands to the low back, interlace hands and fingers, and then pull the fists up and off the spine, stretching your chest and your shoulders. Let your head hang down towards the ground. 1 more breath. Gently release any binds if you have them. Hands to the shins, lift halfway, breath in. Forward fold. Exhale, walk your hands all the way out to a plank pose. And slowly lower your knees down. Let your shoulder heads shift forward as you breathe in. Lower only halfway down, exhale. Press back up to a modified plank, breath in. Tuck your toes, hips to sky, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward, plank pose. Lower your knees as you exhale. Inhale, shoulder heads forward. And exhale, lower halfway down. Inhale, lengthen the arms. Exhale, downward facing dog. Twice more. Inhale, wave forward. Option to keep the knees up, but not at the expense of your stability. Exhale, halfway down with or without your knees. Press back up, plank or supported plank. Down dog, hips to sky. Last one, roll forward, breath in. Lower down, exhale. Inhale, press back up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Roll forward, breath in with or without your knees lowered. Lower to the mat, exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Baby cobra. Squeeze the back. Inhale, lift heart and head. Keep big toes down. Exhale, release. Baby cobra. Squeeze the back. Inhale, lift heart, lift head. Option to hover hands, just looking to the top of the mat. And exhale, release. This time, cobra. Press into the palms. You might find a little bit more height, no force. Exhale, release. Press up all fours. And then drop to forearms. Interlace your hands and your fingers. Step one foot back and then the other, forearm plank pose. Know that you can, of course, lower your knees. Looking down towards your thumb knuckles, keeping the back of your neck nice and long. Try and make the upper arm bones long, just like your regular plank, and broaden the upper back, long neck. Holding for 5. Either stay, keep your knees down on the mat, or for a little bit more heat, start to creep your toes in, pike your sitting bones up for a dolphin. Let your head hang in between your biceps and keep closing ribs to pubic bone, ribs to pubic bone. Maybe you walk your toes in a little more, holding for 5, wherever you are. Breath in. We will all meet again in a child's pose. Exhale, hips to heels, big toes together. Walk your fingers forward, rest your head down towards the earth. Breath in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Rise up through all fours, tuck your toes. Find a breath in. Downward facing dog. Exhale, sitting bones to sky. Bend the knees, look to your hands. Walk or step your way to the top of your mat. Hands to your shins. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Then the knees rise up, hands meet overhead. Upward hands. Exhale, hands to heart center. You might close the eyes, full round of breath. In through the nose, out through your nose. Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, hands reach up. Gaze can follow. Exhale, forward fold, bend the knees on the way down. Inhale, lift halfway, hands on shins. Exhale, step back, plank pose, one foot and then the other. With or without your knees lowered, inhale, shoulder heads forward. Exhale, halfway or the belly, chaturanga. Upward facing dog or baby cobra, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale, sitting bones lift. Bend the knees, look forward, walk, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Knees bend. Inhale, rise up, hands together, upward hands. Exhale, hands heart center. Option, close the eyes, take a breath. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. Inhale, hands up, eyes can open. Exhale, forward fold, soft knees. Inhale, lift halfway, hands on shins. Exhale, fold, step your feet back one at a time. Inhale, shoulder heads forward. Exhale, halfway or the belly, chaturanga. Inhale, back bend of choice. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bend the knees, look forward, walk, step or hop. We meet at the top of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up, palms together. Exhale, hands to heart center. Option to close the eyes. Big breath in. Out the mouth. Through the nose, inhale. Out the nose, exhale. Feet a little bit wider than hips. Inhale, hands to sky. Exhale, active squat. Sit down like you're in a chair, but press your bum back at a wider stance. You can always bring your hands out in front of the shoulders to relax, okay, through the sides of your neck. Unlike a chair, there's a little bit of a back bend as you squeeze your bum, sit down nice and low. Let's hold for another 3. Deep breath in. Fold forward, exhale. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Might bring your feet back to hip width and step your left foot to the back of the mat. Lower your left knee. Inhale, reach your hands to the sky. Vinyasa, low lunge. Squeeze through the left bum. Relax the shoulders. Bring your hands into prayer. Bend the elbows. Tuck the thumbs in behind the head and the neck. And start to squeeze your elbows in. Lift your elbows up. Now you might stay here, working at lifting through your hairline, 2 strong legs, and finding some space from your elbows towards your left knee. Imagine a beach ball behind the body. If you want a little more, squeeze the elbows in, hug the head, lift the heart up, maybe drop the hips forward. Go slow, we're still warming up. 1 more breath in. Hold for the exhale. Bring the belly in, hands up, breath in. Hands come down, exhale. Broaden the chest as you breathe in. Always welcome to grab a couple of blocks. Half splits. Exhale, straighten the right leg. Inhale, rock forward, lift the chest. Exhale, rock back, straighten the leg. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, rock back. This time hold. Soften the right knee, dig your heel into the earth, flex the toes. And then reach your hands back. Really active in the right leg. Option to interlace hands and fingers and then pull the fists back. Open the chest. Lead with your heart. Breath in. Fold the navel over the thigh. Exhale. Release any binds. Hands come back towards the mat. Inhale, roll forward, runner's lunge. Pick up the back knee. And exhale, right hand up towards the sky for a simple twist. Firm up your left leg, your long leg. Try to lift the left hip bone just a little and then rotate your heart open to the right. Stay, breath in. Right hand to the mat, exhale. Step your right foot back to meet your left, plank pose. Feet hip width distance apart, knock your heels to the left. Inhale, take your right arm to the sky, side plank. Now you can pop your left knee down or you can stay up on both of your toes. Wherever you are, breathe in, lift through the outer right hip and side waist. And as you exhale, land lightly to plank pose. With or without your knees lowered, inhale, shoulder heads forward. Exhale, lower all the way to the belly. Arms long beside you, forehead down. Push into your pubic bone, squeeze your legs. Inhale, lift your head and your heart and your hands. Pinkies move toward one another, but make the action come from the shoulder blades. Pull the fingertips back, trying to extend as long as you can. Big toes all the way up to your hairline. 1 more breath in, Shalabhasana, locust. And exhale to release, forehead comes down, relax the shoulders. Big breath in. Steady breath out. Hands slide up beside low ribs. Knees wide, child's pose. 1 full breath in. 1 long breath out. All fours, inhale, rise up. Tuck the toes, exhale, downward facing dog. Looking forward, walk, step or hop. We meet at the top of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward, fold. Bend the knees, rise up, hands meet overhead. Exhale, hands heart center. Option, soften the gaze. Big breath in. Out the mouth. Through the nose. Out the nose. Feet a little wider than your hips. Inhale, hands reach up. Exhale, active squat, bend the knees, sit down. Hands can stay forward and up or straight ahead of shoulders. Option to add in a little pulse. lift, lower, lift, lower. Try not to bounce. Controlled movements up and down for another 5. Choose one thing to gaze at. See if you can soften the expression on your face. One more breath in, and then fold forward, exhale. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold, bring your feet hip width, and step your right foot to the back of the mat. Lower your right knee. Inhale your hands up, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Take a moment to settle in, and then bring your hands to prayer. Elbows bend, thumbs come in behind the head or the neck, and then just start to work a little squeeze. You can stay here, firming your legs, finding some space through the front of the body, and lightly moving over a beach ball if there was one behind you. You can start to make it a little more active by lifting elbows, lifting heart, almost hugging your head with your forearms. And hips can gently move forward if appropriate. Mindful of the breath. If you can't breathe, come a little bit too deep. One more. At the end of the exhale, hands up, belly in. Then take a breath in. Hands come down to frame the foot. Exhale. Open the chest, breath in. You've got blocks there. Half splits. Exhale, left leg long. Inhale, roll forward. Open the chest. Exhale, rock back. Half Hanuman, half split. Inhale, roll forward. And exhale, roll back and hold. Little baby bend at least in the knee. Dig into the heel, you can lift the toes. And when you feel active and strong in the leg, reach the hands back. Pinkies move in, squeeze the shoulder blades. An option to interlace hands there and find just a little more space across the chest. Lean forward with your heart. Breath in. Fold with the belly. Exhale. Release any binds. Hands come back to the mat. Inhale to a runner's lunge. Pick up your back knee. And exhale, left hand up towards the sky, simple twist. Firm up your right leg, maybe lift your right hip just a little, and then rotate with your chest. Breath in. Left hand to the mat, exhale, step back, plank pose. Knock your heels to the right, left hand up to the sky, Vashisthasana, side plank. Now right knee can come down, remember your options. On the next breath in, squeeze through the right side waist to lift up through your left, hold. And then gently on the exhale, roll to plank pose. With or without your knees lowered. Inhale, shoulder heads forward. Exhale, lower all the way to the belly. Forehead to the mat, arms long beside you, palms down. Squeeze your back body. Push into your pubic bone. And inhale, lift your head, your heart, and your hands. Option to lift your toes as well. Think of a block between the inner thighs. There's a little bit of activity there. Go for length again. Look at top edge of mat. Hold breath in. And exhale, release forehead to mat. Find a breath in. Relax the shoulders. Stay for the exhale. Hands beside low ribs. Press back, child's pose. And full round of breath here. Rise through all fours. Breath in. Tuck the toes. Downward facing dog. Exhale, sitting bones up and back. Okay, moving on from here. Next breath in to reach the right leg high, 3-legged down dog. And exhale to roll forward, tap the right upper arm. Press into the heels of the palms. Inhale, back to sky with your heel. Exhale to cross the body, find the left elbow. Hug the thigh high. Inhale, back to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose, curl forward, step in between your hands. Inhale to rise up, high lunge. Hands towards the sky, shorter and wider stance for more support in your balance. Find one thing to lock your gaze in. Breath in. Arrowhead, lean forward, hands back, exhale. So squeeze the pinkies in again. Action comes from the upper back. Belly lifts away from the right thigh. A little less weight in your left foot. Inhale, hands reach forward for a thunderbolt. Palms face. Stretching long, 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 back toes to fingertips. Keep the belly lifted, breath in. And then open up calmly to warrior 2. Exhale, back heel lands, right knee over ankle. And heading to the little toe side of the foot. Relax your shoulders. Little more pull into your back fingertips. Look over your right middle finger. Inhale, reverse, lean forward a little bit. Right arm reaches up and back. And exhale to warrior two. Lean over your right thigh as you breathe in. Side angle pose. Exhale, right forearm to right thigh. Extend the left arm long overhead, palm down. See if you can use just a little bit less weight there in that right forearm. You might look down at your right big toe or tuck the chin, look up towards the ceiling. Let the left hip come forward to support your low back. For more heat, right arm now forward two. Hold something very heavy between your palms. Stay, breath in. Hold, breath out. Stay, breath in. Hold, breath out, well done. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten the right leg, right arm up, option to flex the toes. And exhale to cartwheel your hands to frame your right foot. Pop the left knee down softly. Inhale, hands up towards the sky, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Stay for a breath in. Twist to your right, exhale, your left arm forward, your right arm back. Little more pull in those back fingertips and stretch the crown of the head towards the ceiling. Take a little lean back, right hand low back, inhale left arm to sky. You might stay here, lifting, spreading your left side body, or leaning forward, lifting the heart up, finding a little more space and depth in the back bend. Two strong legs. Right hand can move down left thigh. Breath in. Belly in, exhale, hands frame the right foot. Inhale to open the chest. Exhale, right leg long, stretch back, half splits. Just one of those. Inhale, come forward, pick up the back knee, runner's lunge. And exhale to float the right hand up towards the sky, simple twist. Hold, breath in. Right hand to mat, exhale, plank pose. Right foot steps back to meet the left. Heels to the left. Inhale, right hand up, Vashisthasana, side plank. Left knee can come down. Either way, invitation to step the right foot over the left leg, land on the ball of the foot, and then press your hips up towards the sky. Wild thing. If your left knee is on the mat, stargazer, right leg will stay long. Wherever you are, breath in. Hold, breath out. Make your way mindfully back to your plank pose. Take your time, take a couple of breaths. Doesn't have to look any certain way. Option to move through chaturanga or take it straight up to downward facing dog. Lower halfway your belly if you're coming with. Open back bend, breath in. Down dog. Exhale, sitting bones lift. Big breath in. Out the mouth. Through the nose, inhale. Out the nose, exhale. Inhale, three-legged dog, left leg up. Exhale, roll forward, tap the left upper arm, shoulders over wrists. Big push into your hands. Inhale, three-legged down dog. Exhale, cross the body, find the right elbow. Hug the thigh up into the belly. Inhale to the sky. And exhale, knee to nose, round forward, curl in, and then step in between your hands. Take your time to rise up, high lunge. Hands to the sky. A little bit shorter or wider in the stance for support. Locking in that eye gaze. Hey, inhale. Arrowhead. Exhale, heart forward, hands back. Find that squeezing action, shoulder blades together, belly off the thigh. Leaning your weight forward. Left ankle stacking, left knee stacking over left ankle. Thunderbolt, breath in, hands reach forward. Long, 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 fingertips to the right toes. One more breath in. Open up, warrior two. Exhale, drop the back heel. Adjust your stance as you need. Left knee over ankle. Arms like a T, looking over your front middle finger. Hold and steady. Inhale to reverse. Turn the left palm to the sky, lean forward, and then reach up and back. Exhale, warrior two. Lean over the thigh, breath in. Side angle pose. Exhale, extend the right arm long overhead. Left forearm on left thigh. Okay, start to find a sense of stability. Right hip comes forward just a little bit. See if you can take weight off of your left forearm. Looking down at the big toe up towards the sky, long through the back of the neck. More heat, now left arm forward too. Hold something heavy. Embrace any of those quivers, keep reaching forward, but Really ground into the outer blade of the back foot. Whew, stay with it, one more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reverse triangle. Straighten your left leg, option to lift the toes. Reach the left arm up. And exhale to cartwheel your hands down and frame your left foot. Mindfully place your right knee onto the mat. And inhale, hands up toward the sky, Vinyasa, low lunge. Take a breath in. Twist to the left. Exhale, right arm forward, left arm back. A little more pull in your back hand. You might look towards the back of the room. Start to lean back a little bit, left hand low back. Inhale, right arm up towards the sky. So you can stay subtle, finding a lift up through the chest, stretching your right side body. Or go a little deeper by sliding the left hand down the right thigh, lifting the heart up, moving over your beach ball, keeping the chin in even if you're looking up. Hold breath in, pull the navel in, cartwheel the hands down, exhale, open up the chest, breath in, rock back to a half split, exhale, left leg long. Inhale, roll forward, pick up the back knee, runner's lunge, and exhale to simple twist, left hand reaches up towards the sky. Hold here, breath in. Left hand to mat, exhale, step back, plank pose. Knock your heels to the right, inhale your left hand up towards the sky. Side plank. Remember, right knee can come down. Either way, left foot steps behind your right leg. So wild thing or stargazer, hips to sky, left arm long overhead, palm faces down. Hold, stretching up. From wherever you are, mindfully, slowly, find your way back to plank pose. And offering there again to move through chaturanga into a back bend of your choice, and then into downward facing dog. About 3 breaths before we keep moving. You're always welcome to take a little rest. You might drop your knees down towards the ground. Find child's pose. Use this time as an opportunity to restabilize, especially through your breath. They come through the same sequence again. This time there'll be a few things threaded in and added in there. Don't have to take everything that I offer, of course. Your body, your practice. You can modify as needed, take things out, or add more things in. Together we'll meet with breath in through the nose, out through the nose or the mouth. Inhale, right leg lifts, 3-legged down dog. Exhale, knee to nose, round curl forward, step between your hands. Rise up, high lunge, breath in. And hold, exhale. Inhale, lean forward, arrowhead, hands sweep back. Stay here or continue to look beyond your mat, lean forward, left toes can lift, aeroplane pose. I'm going to wrap your left hip down a little bit. Trying to level off your pelvis, but keep lifting your left heel up towards the sky. Heart is open like a baby cobra. Have you got one more breath? If we're flying, we'll land lightly again in arrowhead. Inhale to thunderbolt, hands sweep forward. And exhale to warrior 2, land the back heel. Inhale to reverse, right arm reaches up and back. And exhale, warrior 2. Long lean forward with a breath in. Extended side angle pose, exhale. You can go straight into the more fiery variation through the belly, or start to play with a half bind, wrapping the left arm behind the body. Fingertips look for the right waist or the right inner thigh. You can look down, maybe take the right arm forward as well. Of course, full binds are welcome. 2 more breaths. If you've got a full bind, let the bottom arm go. Inhale to reverse triangle, straighten the right leg, lift the right arm up, and exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Mindfully place your left knee down. Inhale, hands to the sky, low lunge. Find a breath in. Twist to the right, exhale. Lean back, inhale to exalt, right hand low back, left hand to sky. Again, just be mindful, go slow, no force. Strong body, steady breath. Look toward your right knee, find a breath in. Going to lean your belly forward on the exhale and then hook your left elbow to the outer right thigh. Revolved lunge. Your hands come together in a prayer. And you can use all the parts of the body that are touching to find a little more stability. So push knee and arm together. And then find a lift through the chest. Heart's reaching up towards your thumbs, shoulders down. If you want to add heat, tuck your back toes and lift your back knee. Okay. Again, looking to right big toe or tucking the chin, looking up towards the sky. If you feel really spacious, you can have a play with opening wings. Left arm down, right arm up. Last breath. Move in steps. If your wings are open, palms together. If your back knee's up, knee comes down. Look at the right big toe, breath in, and then release the twist, hands down, exhale. Open the chest, breath in, rock back, half splits, exhale. Come forward, inhale, runner's lunge, pick up the back knee. Simple twist, exhale, right hand to sky. Stay here or inhale, Cleopatra. Exhale, roll to the outer blades of the feet, drop the left hip, right arm reaches back. 2 strong legs, flexed feet, open heart. Inhale, right arm up and overhead. We meet with palms grounded into the mat. Right foot back, plank pose. Knock your heels left. Inhale, right hand, sky, side plank. Left knee can come down or stay up on the outer blades of your feet. Wild thing or stargazer, right foot steps behind, heart up. Right arm long overhead. Stargazer, right leg long. One more breath. Mindfully, plank pose, exhale. Please hold your plank, find a breath in. We're taking our hips straight up and back, exhale. One big breath in, out the mouth. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, knee to nose, tiger curl, roll forward, step between the hands. Inhale, rise up, high lunge. Steady the gaze, steady the body. Inhale, arrowhead, lean forward, hands back. Stay or keep leaning, right toes up, aeroplane pose, Dekasana. Level off the hips, lift the right heel, lift the chest. If you're flying, land back into arrowhead gently. Inhale to thunderbolt, hands sweep forward. Hold. Breath in, warrior 2, exhale. Inhale to reverse, left arm up and back. Exhale to warrior 2. Lean forward, breath in. Extended side angle pose, exhale. Now you can stay, you can start to move into stronger or different variations, half binds or full binds. Wherever you've gone, just mindful of arching into the lower back. Right hip forward, belly up, tail's quite long, so you can still feel awareness there in the belly. A little lighter in the forearm if you're resting on it. Last breath. If you've got a full bind, let the bottom arm go. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten the left leg, reach up. And exhale, cartwheel the hands down to frame your foot. Mindfully lower the right knee. Inhale, hands up, low lunge. Okay, find a breath in. Twist left, exhale. Little lean back, left hand low back. Inhale to exalt, right arm up. Okay, smooth breaths. Steady bodies. Look to the left knee, breath in. Belly comes forward, hook the right elbow, outer thigh. Exhale, palms together, revolve lunge. Take your time, drawing heart up to meet the thumbs, keeping left knee over ankle. Strong and grounded through your foot, belly and thigh energetically. Speaking, move away from one another. For more heat, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. If you feel spacious, open up the wings, right arm down, left arm up towards the sky. Find one thing to look at. Last breath. If your wings are open, hands together. If the back knee's lifted, pop it down. Look at the left big toe, breath in, and release the twist. Exhale, open the chest, breath in, half splits, exhale, straighten the left leg. Roll forward to runner's lunge, inhale, pick up the back knee. Simple twist, exhale, left hand to sky. Hold or breath in. Cleopatra. Exhale, roll to outer blades of feet, drop right hip, left arm back. Inhale, up and over, we all meet 2 hands in the mat. Plank pose, left foot steps back to meet right. Heels to the right, inhale, left hand up, side plank. Option to place your right knee down onto the mat. Wild thing or stargazer, left foot steps behind, hips lift up towards the sky. Okay, hold. Find a breath, expansive, lifting up towards the ceiling. And then calmly, back to plank pose. Hold, breath in, downward facing dog. Exhale, last little bit. Inhale, right leg up. And exhale, roll forward. Step your right foot outside of the right hand and drop your left knee for a low lizard. Ground your left palm into the mat. And inhale, take your right arm up towards the sky for a twist. Now you can stay here or lean your chest forward. Bend your left knee and reach your right hand back for your foot or your ankle. Something active with the toes. Let the chest move forward and up. You can also find a little wing there through your right knee by rolling to the outer blade of the foot. Stay for another breath. If you've got your back foot, nice and slow, release. Right hand back to the inside of your right foot. Ground the palms, lift the back knee, step to plank pose. Lower your knees to the mat and drop onto your forearms. You can walk your knees a little further back and stay low in a supported forearm plank, or tuck the toes and lift the knees, forearm plank pose. Hold or toes in, hips up, dolphin. Push into your forearms if you're in dolphin. Send your heart back toward your thighs, and then ribs, hips together, ribs, hips together. Holding for 5. If you're in a dolphin, drop the knees, find the palms, and then lift to downward facing dog. If you're in a plank, simply drop the knees, find the palms, send the hips up, downward facing dog. Big breath in. Releasing, exhale. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, knee to left upper arm, step outside of the hand. Right knee comes down for a low lizard. Ground the right palm, inhale, left hand up towards the sky. Stay or lean forward, bend the right knee, find a bind, left hand to right foot. Option to find a little wing there. Through the left knee, rolling to the outer blade of the foot. Heart forward and up. You might look back towards the back of the mat, or you can continue to look forward. One more breath. If you've got your back foot, slowly release. Left hand inside left foot. Tuck the back toes, lift the knee, step back plank pose. And then drop your knees lower to your forearms. Last one of these. If you've had enough, you can take child's pose. Stay low, supported plank. Lift knees, plank pose. Walk toes, lift hips. Dolphin. Hold wherever you are. For 5. If you're in dolphin, you might look towards your big toes. If you're in a plank variation, just looking down to your thumb knuckles. One more breath. From wherever you are, knees come down. Child's pose. Might feel nourishing to wrap your arms back. Place the backs of the hands on the mat, let your palms face up, rest your forehead down. Take the awareness into the upper back and just start to breathe. Slowing everything down. Deep breath in. Long breath out. When you're ready, you can bring your hands back out in front of you, and we'll slowly roll up toward a kneeling seat. Take your sitting bones off to one side, and then we'll roll down gently to the back. You can place the soles of your feet on the mat and have your knees facing up towards the sky. Bring your heels in a little closer towards your sit bones so that if you had your arms long beside you, you could just brush the ankles and the heels with your fingertips. And then ground down through your palms, roll the outer shoulders down, preparing for Setu Bandhasana, bridge pose. Curl the tail to draw your lower back down, and then inhale, slowly lift your hips up towards the sky. So think about drawing the tail under, lengthening your thighs, and sort of closing the space again through hips and low ribs. Just working a little bit of fire first, holding for another 5. Back of the neck is neutral here. So just avoid tucking your chin down to your chest. And slowly lower down. Find a full round of breath. Gently curl the tail. And then ground into feet, hands, back of head, outer shoulders. Roll the hips up. Option this time to interlace your hands underneath your body and then squeeze your shoulder blades so that you can lift up onto the outer arms. And then you'll find a bit more space to lift your hips towards the sky. Keep looking for just a little bit of that action of bringing hips and ribs together. Feeling nice and strong. Working with breath. Holding for 5. Whole body active. For 3. Release any binds, ground the palms, and then slowly lower down. Find 2 breaths. Two options. Either another round of bridge pose where we've just been. This one I will not demonstrate. So you'll come up again and you can interlace hands behind the lower back. If you'd like to play with wheel pose, if that's something that you feel safe and comfortable to try or to practice, I will talk through and demonstrate this one. So Urdhva Dhanurasana, upward facing bow pose or wheel pose. Keep same setup through the legs, but you might find it helpful to turn your heels slightly out or even take your feet just slightly wider. And then take the arms long overhead towards whichever part of the room your head is directing to. And then slide the backs of the hands towards your head and flip to your palms when you get to around your ears. You might have to kind of scooch a little bit to get in. And then in one smooth movement, an inhale will curl the tail and lift your hips up, push into your palms firmly as you float your belly towards the ceiling. If you get stuck halfway, come back down. Try not to land on your head. It's a lot of pressure on the neck. Once you're up, work toward lengthening the arms and directing your heart through your shoulders, without force, of course. As soon as you lose comfortable breath, you know it's time to come down. Bend the elbows back of head first, upper back, and then roll the rest of the spine down. You might give the wrists a little roll before taking your feet wide, knocking your knees in. If you're in a bridge pose, come and land with us in constructive rest. Feet wide, knees in. Slow, steady breaths. If you're feeling really concentrated sensation in your lower back, have a little tick-tock of your knees from left to right. We'll bring the soles of our feet together. Let our knees knock out wide into a butterfly. Please feel welcome to use blocks underneath your thighs here for support. One hand to belly, one hand to ribs. And we'll work through 3 rounds of Viloma Pranayama once again. Gently release the breath all the way to the bottom. Full breath in. Long exhale. Awareness to the space beneath the palms, and inhale again, slowing it down. Feeling the belly rise and the ribs rise, pressing into the palms. Then control the release through the nose. Awareness to the lower belly. Begin your inhale. Continue into the ribs. Continue into the chest. And slowly let it go. Inhale, lower belly, ribs, chest. Release. Inhale, lower belly, ribs, chest, and release. Swallowing, moistening the lips, and slowly guiding your knees back in. Take the feet wide again, knees up. Just knock your knees over to the left. And you can stay like this, or you can hook your left ankle and foot on the top of the outer right thigh. I take the arms into a cactus pose, bent at 90 degrees. Head at center, or turn your head to the right. If this twist is uncomfortable for you in your hips, that's okay. Simply stack your right knee over the top of your left and find a more gentle supine twist. Three breaths. After your next exhale, come back through center. And then take your knees over to the other side. Three breaths. And again, gently come back up through center. You can bring your knees into your chest, have a little squeeze. Might feel nice to round your head up to meet your knees, stretch your back. And we'll go for happy baby. You can grab a hold of backs of knees or thighs as you draw your knees towards your shoulders. Or hands look for the outer blades of the feet as you send the soles of your feet up towards the sky. And take a little rock side to side. It's okay if your tailbone wants to lift up a little bit. And grounding the shoulder blades down towards the ground. Maybe straightening one leg at a time, just have a little bit of play. And then we'll send our feet straight up towards the sky for Viparita Karani. Now, hopefully there's a wall nearby you somewhere. You can stay as you are, or if you'd like to, just scooch your body over to a wall. Pop your legs up the wall so that you can rest with a little more ease here. Heels against the wall, arms might reach over your head. And then just draping the backs of the arms and the hands down towards the ground. Letting the chest be open, the armpits be broad. You can wiggle your toes a couple of times. And we'll stay here for the next little while, around 10 to 15 breaths. Of course, if you have a preferred inversion that you would like to take, you can go there. Final few rounds of breath. Giving your toes a little bit of a wiggle. Your fingers too, and slowly bringing those knees back towards the chest. And we will prepare to move into our final resting pose. So if you did scooch to a wall, make your way back onto your mat. Grab any props that help you to feel really comfortable, bolster a blanket, an eye pillow, and then lay completely flat on your back. And take the arms out beside you, palms towards the sky as you close down the eyes. For the next little while, we will rest here in quiet stillness, feeling the body gently relax and heavy itself against the earth. The breath becomes light and easeful, letting go of any conscious forms of breath or any conscious control of the breath. Next time you hear my voice, we will be coming back into this space. Shavasana. Simply notice any sounds that you might be able to hear in your space, in your environment. Letting your senses come back online, tuning into how your clothes feel against the skin or the weight of the body against your mat. Listening for the sound of the breath and feeling back into the breath. You might moisten your lips, swallow. Start to rock your head mindfully from left to right. Wiggling through fingers and toes. And then taking some bigger movements, so you might stretch your whole body like you just woke up. Cradle the knees in towards your chest, have a little rock side to side. Take a gentle roll to your preferred side and stay there. Take another breath. And then eventually you'll come up into a seated position. And we'll take a moment to close our practice together. Palms come to meet in front of the heart. At Anjali Mudra, thumbs connecting in with your sternum, lifting your heart up to meet your thumbs, lengthening the back of the neck, and closing down the eyes. Acknowledging your space, your body, your effort. Acknowledging one another, this community, and of course the practice of yoga. Bowing the head humbly towards the heart. Namaste.